Hey guys, this is a bit more vlog-like today because I'm going to cover this project. So I thought I'd do a little bit of a project recap after I finished what's actually a really big build. I had quite a few questions on various channels about social media and stuff about how I'd done certain things, so I thought it'd be a good opportunity to take a look. So let's dive in. So yeah, first thing to point out, I suppose, is that no fancy edits here. This table is absolutely massive. This is the onslaught size for 40K. So that's 44 inches that way, and that's 90 inches that way, because each of these are the 22 by 30 panels that I made in the previous video. I'll try and do the link thing up here or wherever it goes. And I want to take a look at the different elements. So this is an MDF kit that I painted using my MDF painting guide. This is from TT Combat. It's the cathedral piece. You can see from old brother Scale Marine there just how big it is. It's the basic kit with some added cardboard detailing here in terms of the tiles, just made from cereal box. Some old 40K kit additions here. Just some gargoyles and things 3D printed to jazz up the rooftops, just to make them look a little fancier, and some nice statues. The client wanted it on a raised up base, so this is made from foam. I'll do a video on how I've done the texturing on here, but it is just foam craft texturing like Blackmagic Craft would show you how to do, and a cut in the steps. The rubble that tie it all in together is cement based, so it's very, very strong. And there is a central piece that I've put over here, but it goes in, lowering it in to the gap like this, handedly, one-handed. So it can either be a giant cathedral piece, or the client can get double use out of it by taking that out and putting it somewhere else on the table. Hence I've textured the inside. All I had to do to make this fit, because these are supposed to go over here to brace the whole thing together, is there's a little spacer piece from the offcuts of the sprue in here that made it wide enough that the middle piece can go in and out without any troubles. Next up we have the wall and gate. So the client wanted something that goes across the table, but also had a corner piece on it so that it can turn and be a corner fortification. So if I take this pillbox piece away, this wall goes all the way across. It's got a gate that can be opened or closed, so the gate is completely removable, and that's pretty hench. You could get anything short of a Bane blade through there in game terms. It's got, you know, textured walkways and things. Done a lot of weathering with the streaking to make the metals look rusted. And thankfully the 3D print actually really lends itself to this concrete look. And I've sprayed it with a bunch of spray cans and done some oil work on it, a bit like I did on the MDF painting tutorial. I'll do a few more videos on how I did the exact concrete texture, because I think it's come out really nicely. The buildings, I've got obviously one here. This is probably the best one to show you, is over here. So again, these are 3D printed. I'll go through on another video how I paint these, because I do them in a very particular way where until you get real close, it's really not obvious from game table length that it's 3D printed. And that's because it's all about hiding those layer lines with some clever painting. Some of the 40K editions really go a long way from the kits to jazz them up, though these 3D prints are pretty good. Got the barrels and crates. They just add a bit of life to the base. Again, got my cement-based mix down here, which I've just done some oil wash work on to kind of give it, again, a bit more variation. The key with the terrain and what the client wanted in the colour scheme that works really well is the contrast. So we've got the cream windows with the blue, grey walls and the gold detail here. It all just kind of contrasts with itself and pops off. Okay, my favourite piece is definitely the Crash Thunderhawk. So not a real one, this is 3D printed, that I did from some files that I found. And because I made these baseboards out of foam, like I showed in the other video, I've cut down into the foam so that you can really get down and see that the Thunderhawk, which is actually quite a bit deeper, is embedded in the ground to make it look like it's really thumped in hard and churned up the road surface. So this is all the underneath parts of the road. You've got some cork work here that matches in with the top surface, so it looks like it's broken it up in slabs. And then this is very much blackened and dark grey to give it that kind of burned look, like it's really been superheated as the aircraft has crashed. And again, more oil works on these. So overall, It's a massive table. This is going to be packed up and shipped off. These are very easy to pack because they're so light. The buildings will go in a box, so fingers crossed they make it through. But overall, very, very pleased and happy to take questions in the comments or get on to Instagram, etc. If you want to know more about how I've done various bits or if anybody's interested in any various bits. But overall, a really great project and something that's got a bit of variation because these tiles can all be swapped around and you get a lot of variety and the road layout can be done to taste. So yeah, massive build, but really enjoyable. So yeah, not exactly steeped in instructions and tutorials, but it's about all I could manage to do really because this has taken up so much of my time. It's been very difficult to get any other videos out, but I'm definitely going to do some more bits and pieces on how I've done like the oil weathering on here, how I've done my base mix, and definitely more on how I've done the 3D print painting on these buildings. So they'll definitely be to come in the future. This will probably be the last video of the year, I guess, because we're on the run up to Christmas now. So have a great one, everybody, and stick around for more content in the new year. Take care.